Thank you guys for tuning in to my YouTube channel. All right, before we get into it, just want you guys going to hit that subscribe button. Just go ahead and murder that subscribe button. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it. So basically, I want to talk to you guys is about, should the Minnesota Timberwolves try to trade Karl Anthony Towns to get a better co-star for Anthony Edwards? Me personally, if they can, I think they should. From the simple fact that, as good as Anthony Edwards is, he's still not in his prime, bro. Once Anthony Edwards reaches his prime, Karl Anthony Towns will easily be out of his prime. So it really doesn't make sense for them to keep him. I think that you utilize him as much as you can this upcoming season and try to move him and get off of him as soon as possible for the trade deadline, to try to get a younger piece to pair up with Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is easily the best player on this Minnesota Timberwolves team. Karl Anthony Towns is the second best player on the team as it is. But that's not the real issue. Like I said, they should, if they can. Now, I wouldn't give up Karl Anthony Towns for just anybody, but if they can, they look to try to get a player like LaMelo Ball, young talent that's good as he is. Look to get a player like a Tyrese Maxey. Maybe a player like Desmond Bain. A player like if they can pull Jaylen Brown off, I get Jaylen Brown. Players like that. I think that they should try to get players like that. But their real biggest issue to me moving forward is not even Karl Anthony Towns. We know that he's a good regular season. He performs very well in the regular season, but he seems to in the playoffs or even in big moments, he haven't had much. It's a small sample size, but going off that small sample size, he hasn't really played well, especially in big moments, which makes it even harder to want to keep a player like a Karl Anthony Towns, because it's not the talent, it's his mindset. He needs to improve his mindset to want to be the best player, or one of the best players on the court at all times, night in and night out. Can he bring his talent night in and night out? The consistency. That's what Minnesota needs. But the real issue to me, in my opinion, is this Rudy Gobert contract, bro. This guy, he's the second highest paid player on the team. He's getting paid more than Ant-Man. Karl Anthony Towns get paid more, but Ant-Man is getting paid less. He's the third best. And being to make it to put it all in perspective, Rudy Gobert is the 13th highest paid player in the league. In the league, bro. He's getting paid like he's a top 15 player, bro. And we all know that Rudy Gobert is nowhere near top 15 player in the league. Most people can name possibly 35 players that's better than Rudy Gobert. We know that Rudy Gobert is a great rim protector, but he's not worth that much money, bro. And that's what's really killing him. We know that Karl Anthony Towns, he don't want to play the big man. He don't want to play the 5 position. He wants to be the 4, so he can be on the perimeter, and he can have the option of playing down low occasionally when need be. But he really want to be on that outside. He really want to shoot jump shots. That's what it boils down to. Rudy Gobert, if they can manage to move off him, it's gonna be hard to move his contract, because bro, he's making almost $44 million a year, bro. And then he's gonna be like that for another couple more seasons. He has a player option as well, which more than likely he's gonna pick that player option up. So it's gonna be hard to move a player like Rudy Gobert. That's who they really need to trade. because Nas Reed can easily fall into that five position as the starting five on their team, and just, man, they gonna have to finesse themselves to get rid of that Rudy Gobert contract. That's the only way they can. That's the only way I see them possibly moving Rudy Gobert sooner rather than later. They gonna have to give up probably like 4 or 5 first round picks, and give up Rudy Gobert for for salary dumps. Bro, they gonna have to give up 4 or 5 first round draft picks this to probably get rid of Rudy Gobert, bro. If they want to get rid of him sooner than later. And to me, they need to get rid of this guy sooner than later. Because they can afford to wait until his contract expires for them to potentially try to get a third or a potential number 2 slot. If they wait 2-3 more years, bro, that means that Karl Anthony Towns will be pushing 30, right? Which means that he'll be more closer to the end. Anthony Edwards will be just now he'll be in 3-4 years, he'll be just now entering in his prime. Which means that they're gonna be looking to move. They in the win now mode, bro. As much as we don't see the Minnesota Timberwolves as possibly being a contender, they in win now mode. They can't afford to take steps back because they gotta keep Ant-Man happy, bro. So that's my biggest take on it. If they can move Karl Anthony Towns, move him. But that's not my biggest worry. My biggest worry for the Minnesota Timberwolves is they need to do anything as possible to get rid of that Rudy Gobert. He's eating up a lot of their salary, bro. He's getting paid like a top 15 player in the league, and he's not. So they need to get rid of him. So with all that being said, they gonna have to finesse themselves to get rid of this Rudy Gobert to try to put him in the best position to win now. At the end of the day, let me know what you guys think. Drop your comments in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm out.